Jason, after going to double overtime last night, what'd you see in tonight's overtime period that allowed you guys to pull it out?
I thought just the execution, going through, growing pains late in the game. I thought we took care of the ball, and then we rebounded the ball when we had to. Cooper delivered again on both ends, offensively and defensively. But again, just understanding time and score, and I thought the group, going through it this last game, we were in the same situation. We come up with rebounds, and then we convert those rebounds into points.
You see it late in these games when you give him the ball and he's able to just muscle his way to the rim and throw up that jumper.
Yeah, I think he's comfortable in this situation. I think you can see that. We've been playing a lot of close games, and he's delivered. And then defensively, I thought he did a great job. It was a great team effort. Easy, to let this one get away, but I thought the guys again kept fighting, and we found a way to win. I thought just taking care of the ball gave us an opportunity at getting this shot, and we had a lot of good looks. I thought Christie made some big threes for us. Clay, again, has been shooting the ball extremely well for us during the game, and I thought he was big, too.
I think Coop at 19 was 21 after halftime. Did you see any shift offensively from him after halftime?
Yeah, I think he's just aggressive, and I think just in the open court, he thrives in the open court, and I thought he got in the open court a little bit more there in the second half. Understanding he's seen a lot of defenders, and so it's just, his patience is, I think, one of his strong points. He just doesn't force things as much as people would like him to shoot, even bad shots. He just plays the game the right way.
Jason, has he impressed you with how he uses his left as much?
Yeah, he's very comfortable going left. And so I think the league knows that too. And so he's going to have to, be able to, understand that that's going to probably be taken away here and that he's going to go to something else. But I think he's going to be comfortable going right too. But again, stepping up, making free throws, scoring the ball. I thought us getting the ball in the post is a different look that no one's really seen. And I thought he made plays for his teammates out of the post.
So what kind of impact did PJ have tonight?
I thought defensively, sometimes when the rhythm of the game, when you're out with an injury, just getting your rhythm back. I thought he had some turnovers early, but I thought he settled down, made some big shots, and then took the challenge of guarding their best offensive player. Oh, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. No. Oh, you don't want three? You like to score and shoot, so.
You saw I was lobbing to him. But just talk about Shaden's game and how hard he had, the team made him fight for those things.
Who was that? Oh, Sharp. Yeah, Sharp. Yeah, he took a lot of shots, and so he made some. And I thought the group did a great job on Danny and Sharp. They're going to shoot the ball, and so I thought in that first half we gave up too many offensive rebounds, and we talked about that. Our bigs had one defensive rebound at halftime. That can't happen. That never can happen in this game. It's just too many shots, too many threes, too many shots for them to do that. And I thought they took the challenge in the second half.
You talk about your bigs. What were you able to get from Daniel Gafford, season high 20 tonight? Had a couple of clutch buckets there in overtime. And then conversely, what you saw from D-Live, obviously struggled with foul trouble.
Yeah, I think D-Live's been out, and he's trying to get his rhythm. And so I thought his energy was good. And then Gaff, he did everything for us tonight. He's fighting. And so, again, on minute restriction, it's tough to get a rhythm sometimes. But these guys don't complain. They go out there and play the game the right way and try to help their team win. But Gaff, I thought in the second half was really, really good. He was one that spoke up at halftime that he wasn't going to let those offensive rebounds take place like they did in the first half. I have no idea, Mike. With the game just ended. So we'll see how he feels, but hopefully he's all right.
How was Clay able to get free for some of those 3 pointers?
I think the group is doing a better job of consciously looking for him, setting screens, playing DHO, turn it down, and I think the trust that he has that he can come back and get it. I think you can see that relationship with the bigs and some of the guys setting screens for him. So we got to continue to lean into that because he's playing at a high level for us.
And P.J. Washington entered the game struggling from three, but they had a huge game tonight from beyond the arc. What do you say to a player like that kind of enters the game on kind of like a cold streak?
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity especially the way the game's played. And so his ability to get some threes, they made some big ones there in that second half for us. And so he's worked extremely hard on his three, so we all trust that he's going to make the right play. I thought he made some big threes, and I thought Christie made some big shots for us down the stretch. But the defensive effort from those two, because those two were guarding the guys who shot, 70 shots tonight. And so to be able to do that at a high level on the defensive end and then ask them to make shots and play offense, they did great tonight.
The last two games, Clay and Max have both been going from three. How big is that for you all's offense?
It's huge because we've seen when we're not making shots. It's hard. And so we're starting to make shots. We're starting to shoot the ball. And I think that setting screens and looking for one another, I think that's something that that group in that locker room really believes in. And now when you can see that you're making shots, it just helps your defense.
Brandon Williams brought to the starting lineup?
Speed, and he's learning the game, and he's learning on the fly of how to set the table for others. And so it's a great challenge for him. We believe that he can. He's going to do great with this opportunity. But the speed that he brings keeps our pace at a very high level. I thought the pick and roll with him and Cooper there at the end, is something that we got to look at a little bit more too. Thanks, guys.
PJ, what did you like about your execution late in that game?
I thought we swung the ball and got the right guys involved who we wanted to put into action. We got good shots from it. Guys made shots. We offensive rebound, and we ended up getting stopped. So I think it was a good way to close the game.
What did you guys do, PJ, after the first quarter? You had 7 turnovers in the first quarter, but only 8 the rest of the game.
Just settle down and just try to make the right play. I think we were just trying to play too fast. I think we did a good job of addressing that and just making a change, and it worked well the rest of the game, obviously. So just got to keep playing that way and keep being aggressive on that end.
5 threes from you tonight. You had that last one at the shot clock expiration. Just what was working from you tonight from perimeter?
It was about time. I mean, couldn't hit the whole season, so it just felt good to see a couple go in. Just try to be aggressive and just shoot them with confidence. I've been working on it, so I got to be better from there, and I will be. I'm not really worried about it.
Then Coop kind of gave you that outlet pass. You had the dunk. You hung on the rim. What is that feeling like with the crowd just screaming and kind of behind you all?
It feels good when we're winning, and just obviously getting the crowd involved and getting their energy. So it helps us a lot, so tremendously at that. So always good to play at home and hear those guys cheering us on.
Just to stay on that, just talk about your chemistry with Coop, just how it's developing during the season.
I think it's developing really well. Just trying to read how guys are playing him, and I'm trying to give him an overlook of everybody he's guarding, telling them their strengths, their weaknesses, and which way to force them. I think he's been doing great adjusting. Obviously, has a long way to go, but he's going to be a phenomenal player in this league, like I've said multiple times. So just trying to be that mentor for him and just giving him all the information I know.
How have you seen him kind of develop during these late game situations?
He's been really aggressive as we want him to. So just trying to get to his spots, and I think he's doing a good job of that. And he's just being who he is.
How helpful has Brandon Williams been to the starting lineup?
He's been really good. He's been affecting the game really well, getting downhill, getting in the paint, and making great decisions. Finishing at the rim, kicking the ball out to shooters, and pushing the pace. I think he's been great for us, and obviously he has to keep playing that way.
I saw you getting some treatment during the timeout or throughout the end of the game. Just how's that left shoulder feeling?
It feels good. I'm just back playing. I'm super excited to be back out there with my guys. It's just a little sore, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be all right.
PJ, you're averaging career highs in big stat categories. What's feeling so comfortable about this role, the squad right now?
Just trying to be aggressive in anything I do. Just trying to attack closeouts, attack gaps, and just try to make the right play. In the paint, just try to play off 2, get to my floater, and obviously hope some threes fall, and some free throws.
Along those same lines with you talking about your shoulder, one thing I've noticed this year, you have those mitts on a lot during timeouts. So what exactly are those, and what do they do?
So I have a problem, like during the game, my hands get like extremely cold. So like my fingernails are getting like purple. So they're just like basically heating my hands up and just keeping them warm.
Do you know what that's from or why that's going on?
I have no idea. I've been dealing with it my whole career, but I'm just happy I finally got some gloves to keep them warm.
Daniel Gafford mentioned just how things open up when Clay is knocking down shots. The coach had also mentioned there was a concerted effort from the players to get him good looks. Just what are you seeing from Clay tonight and in just the last couple of games?
Oh, he's being himself. We need Clay to continue doing what he's doing. He has so much gravity out there, and we can use it to our advantage. Putting him in actions, I think the defense has to play tight on him because if they don't, he's going to make a three. So just having him in the actions obviously makes the defense draw to him, and it opens up everybody else's game as well. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Just talking about that one play when you threw the ball into the court to PJ for the dunk.
Yeah, I think, obviously we love to turn defense into offense, and that's the best thing for us. So, we get a steal, get a rebound, and, I just saw him running down the court, so I just made a heads-up play and threw it down there.
Talk about also the two-man game between you and B. Will. How's that work?
Yeah, I think like I said the other night, B. Will's been, incredible for us. He's such a high-energy player, so quick, uses his speed to our advantage and to his advantage to, get downhill and find guys. So, he's been great. Having that relationship with him, building that chemistry, playing that two-man game near the end of the game has been really good for us. So, I'm glad we kind of built that relationship.
Him being hurt at the beginning of the season and being in the starting lineups together with Brandon Williams. What about, you touched on it a little bit, but what gives you confidence that y'all can continue to build on the two-man that y'all have built, because Coach Kidd talked about y'all's dynamic there as well?
Yeah, I think part of it is just, two young guys who have really, competitive spirits. We both want to win a lot, and I think that, can be seen out there with us just making the right plays. And, I trust that, he's going to make the right play. If, I screen for him and both of them jump out to him, he's going to hit me on the roll. Or, if I screen for him and, he can get an angle, get an advantage, he's going to play downhill. And it's the best thing for us when we can get downhill with an advantage and, find our sprays. So, I think he's just been incredible for us ever since he's come back and gotten healthy, and he's just been himself.
You had 19 of your 21 after halftime. Was there any sort of shift, or what just allowed you to get going after halftime?
Yeah, I don't know. I think, just sticking with it. It's not always going to be perfect, not always going to be pretty, but I think just finding some better spots. I think I credit my teammates just, getting me the ball in some good spots, and, I was just able to go out there and make some plays.
Late in that game, it was a lot of you just get into the paint and elevate. And was that a conscious effort? Was that just like taking what the defense gives you? What did you see there?
Yeah, just being aggressive. Late in the game, you got to get in the paint, be smart, play off too. And, they had played a lot of the end of the game with their center on the bench, the starting center, Donovan Kling on the bench. So I think, they're not going to have shot blocking in the game. For us, it's huge to use our size to just get downhill, get in the paint, and kind of just go make plays.
What are you learning most about these close games down the stretch? Is the game slowing down for you during that point?
Yeah, I think it's just the experience of being in these moments, for sure, of just learning. And, there's so many different situations that you can be in. And I think just going through it with your guys and your teammates who you're going to be in it with plenty more times, that's huge for us, to just having those experiences and really just repping it out. And, I think we're starting to figure it out a little bit. And obviously we've been, really competitive, I think, the last couple games. So it's been good for us to just, kind of show our competitive spirit. And obviously it was really good tonight to close out one with a win.
Bit more of an intentional decision to kind of play more inside versus shooting on the perimeter tonight?
I think, like I said, if they're not going to, play with shot blocking out there, it's kind of just a read, just get in the paint. We have size advantage. We have to use that. So just get downhill and make plays at the rim.
You seem pretty impressed with the left-hand dime to Christie in the corner. Take me through that play.
Yeah, I think it's just, when you're able to get in the paint and find somebody, knock down a big-time shot like that. Max has done that at a high level this year from the corners. So I think just, finding him, I don't throw a lot of one-hand, left-hand passes, so, I was a little proud of myself. But I think it's just, trying to play with joy, trying to, have fun out there and just play with a lot of energy.
Seems like your sequences are kind of showcasing all of your skills. Do you feel like you're really starting to feel comfortable playing at this level?
Yeah, I think it's so many games and, starting to settle in maybe. But I think it's just kind of what I've talked about since the beginning of just trying to impact the game. Like you said, showcasing different things, and all that is just trying to make the right play on every possession. And I think as a team, if we can do that at a high level and just make the right decisions, then we're going to be in a good spot.
Daniel Gafford had mentioned that you had a conversation at halftime. Just how did that maybe help you in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, Gaff has been, huge for me. He's just such a good guy, off the court. Has a great personality. He's a great person. He's somebody that I know I can go talk to about anything. He's giving me really good advice throughout everything about just staying present. Just having a conversation. He was just telling me to keep my head up. Obviously it wasn't an incredible first half for me, but he was just trying to help me get involved, and I think he saw that. So I think just having that conversation and him just giving me confidence and telling me to be more aggressive and things like that. I think it's just it's big time coming from someone like him, and when your teammates have your back like that, it helps you a lot.
I don't think it was asked when you sprained your thumb, but how long will you have to wear the tape on it?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how long. I know they said around 4 to 6 weeks, just to be safe and let everything fully heal up. But I'll listen to the medical staff, and we'll see what happens.
Cooper, when we first talked to you, we asked, what are you most excited about? A dunk, a three? You've had a few games now. What's been the most exciting?
Maybe throwing a pass to the corner. That play I threw to Max in the corner today. Something like that, where it's just, I think, those type of plays where you get everybody involved, when we're organized, when we're in our spots, like those plays where, you can kind of see it unfolding, and it's something that we've worked on, just having that type of spacing, and I think like post-up spacing like that. So I think, those sort of things are huge for us, and will be big going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.